All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Philadelphia Eagles. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry for the former Florida Gator, Jordan Scarlett. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
47. Bravo. 47 is the mic. Switch up.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep. Alert.
They'll run it with Scarlett. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Rosen. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Now, keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Don't make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can. And it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
Now Scarlett. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Check, nickel. Check, lucky.
This is Scarlett on the carry. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. First carry now for Alexander Madison. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Now Rosen. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 27 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. This crew, they were on a roll going into the bye week that they just had, Charles, so sort of picking up where they left off.
And you and I both know that when you come back off of an open week and you've been winning games, you should get a few extra days off in order to recharge and refuel. But coaches often hedge their bets, too. They'll bring them back and work them really hard that first practice back to make sure that they're back and grounded. Whatever they did, formula looking good so far in this one.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
On the double.
Mike 5-4.
Fair. Be triple.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Cortland Sutton, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Rosen. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. To throw is Rosen. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Leo.
Switch.
Rock it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Squeeze.
Check. Crunch. Quick the edge. Come.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Check 13. Check 13. He's coming. Double up, double up.
Cut.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it looking at a 4th down and 2. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we said?
Mike.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll get it. 2nd and 2.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
From the 44, Rosen. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation,
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Jerry Tillery able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Yeah, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Hey, Orbit.
Mike's 47.
To try again after the sack. Rosen, catch made here by Campbell. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
On the handoff, it's Scarlett. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jordan Scarlett with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Hey, watch that. Yes. Hey, Echo. On the ball. Hit it.
He'll drop to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Cortland Sutton. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise. To me, that's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They will start the drive with Scarlett. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give here to Scarlett. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. And they'll throw it with Rosen. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Watch the ship. He's name on that. Hey, alert. Shit.
Now they try the right side here. And he's got room. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 13. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now a handoff looking right. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Butker's kick here is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So a little late drama in the first half as that kick will give them the lead in the intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Check. Watch 54. I got you.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Ready up. 58 for Mike. There.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a 1st carry for their fullback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here. Rock it.
And to give this time to the tailback. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Check Mike 54. Look, squeeze. I'm coming. Hey. Switch it, come here, switch it. Hey, Alpha. Jam. Mike,
back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Baby, all day, baby. Go. 180.
54, Mike.
Win.
Strip that ball. Hey, watch it.
What's your touch?
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Rosen. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here's Rosen looking for Campbell downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 93 yards. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Colts run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Lock it. Get it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts' 31-yard line. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to regain the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now a shotgun handoff to Scarlett. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They turn to Scarlett again. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Colts on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Rosen will throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And to give this time to the tailback. The stop was made by Jannard Avery.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
At the Eagles' 44-yard line.
From the 44, Rosen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Here's Rosen to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Turns the end zone for Brown. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marquise Brown with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And now they have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score, Colts 31, Eagles 28. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, D. All day, defense. Go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
58 for Mike. Not today, you are. Not today. 58 now.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Ready.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Let's go.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. From the red zone now, Wentz. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The linebacker Darius Leonard applied the heat. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I know he's good.
Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Cannon. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 58 for Mike, 58. Go on. Let's go. Kill.
He'll look to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. 4th down now defensively. Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get to field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On the draw, it's Scarlett. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now they try the right side here. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Rosen. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Check, 47. Right here. Monday. Go. 47.
First throw in overtime now for Rosen. He's going deep for Brown. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Right back to him on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. 2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all tied.
Check right.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rosen. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Madison. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
And to give this time to the tailback. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
Yo. Check nickel.
Monday.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And Butker able to put this one through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death. but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Just like that. Just like that. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Hey, watch now. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
2nd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.
Come on,
and on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Hey, Delta.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
They'll set up a throw. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. And here's your ball game, down 3 in overtime, but they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Ready?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman with a sack. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about. A long field goal to win it, so definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for the Colts, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try again next week. Philadelphia. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.